Chapter 1. The truck rolls through the neighborhood at a slow crawl. Brick townhouses line the street, their steps washed clean, flower pots arranged beside the doors. A narrow row of trees runs along the sidewalk, their leaves whispering against each other in the late afternoon breeze. Cars sit close together along the curb, most of them older models with faded paint and sun-warmed dashboards. It isn't glamorous, and it isn't poor either. Just another middle-class street in Boston, where people keep to themselves and notice everything anyway. Lucy watches it all through the passenger window. This is home now. Brian eases the truck into a narrow parking space in front of a 3-story building with grey siding and white trim. The place looks worn around the edges. The paint has started to peel near the windows. The front steps tilt just enough to make the railing lean a little to one side. Lucy pushes open the passenger door before the engine even dies. Boxes fill the back of the truck, stacked with the remains of a life that used to exist somewhere else. She grabs the first one she sees without waiting. Brian stays in the driver's seat. His thumbs move quickly across his phone screen. A grin spreads across his face like he's watching the greatest show ever made. Lucy carries the box toward the front steps. The cardboard presses into her palms, and so she shifts it against her hip and pushes the door open with her shoulder. Inside waits a narrow hallway with creaky wooden floors and pale yellow walls that look freshly painted over older coats. The place smells faintly of dust and new paint. She sets the box down just inside the doorway and heads back out. Brian hasn't moved. "Seriously?" Lucy says. He glances up for half a second. "Hold on." His eyes drop back to the screen. Lucy exhales slowly and climbs into the truck again. The next box weighs more. Books. Of course it's books. She lifts it and steps down carefully, the edges scraping against her arm as she carries it toward the door again. Behind her, Brian laughs under his breath at something on his phone. The sound lands harder than she expects, and she finds herself wishing she could be like that right now. Sitting there, relaxed, smiling at a screen while the world rearranges itself around her. She can't. Not with the number tied to her name. Lucy wipes a strand of hair from her face and goes back for another box. The sun hangs lower over the street now, turning the windows of nearby houses into glowing rectangles. A couple sit on a porch 2 houses down, watching quietly. Across the street, a woman pauses with her dog, pretending to fix the leash while sneaking a look at the moving home truck. Lucy feels their attention settle on her. Watching. Measuring. Even when the phones stay in their pockets, the feeling never leaves. Brian finally climbs out of the truck when Lucy has worked her way through half the stack.